When starting a YouTube channel that does mashups, how would you recommend contacting every channel, brand, speaker you pull content from, or in the fair use would just be crediting them enough? No, crediting them. I mean, legally maybe, but the problem is YouTube doesn't really care about that. They could still, you'd have to prove it in court. Fair use, you'd have to prove it in court. That's the big problem. So yeah, you start with one. I mean, Tony was one of the first ones we did anything on. Tony was one of our, probably the first inside the thought leadership industry that we made a video on, and he featured it on his channel. It might even still be there if you go to Tony Robbins' YouTube channel. The top 10, the first top 10 that we did on him, I think is still there. Anyway, worth looking at. But yeah, you got to go one at a time. I mean, you build up your reputation. You go one at a time. I've been doing this for how long? April 2009 was my first video. So I've been doing it for a while. And also brought a lot of value to everybody. In like, why does Tony Robbins want to come on and talk with me tomorrow? Well, because of the audience and the value that I brought him over the years. But it took at least 3 years to get the first interview with him. And now it's been, I think, 2 years since my last interview with him. Anyway, so yeah, it's a process, right? It's a process. But no, even if you think it's fair use, it doesn't mean that it is. You'd have to prove that in court. So you definitely want to be building friendships with people as opposed to just assuming everything's going to be okay.